Illegal tax protesters threaten the tax system. The number of illegal tax evaders, or persons who, according to the Internal Revenue Service, advocate and or participate in overt or covert insurrection against the law of the land, has increased significantly in recent years. Since they represent a threat to the voluntary tax system, the Internal Revenue Service has taken corrective measures to bring the problem under control. Internal Revenue Service has made some progress in detecting protesters and in deterring them by means of civil and criminal prosecutions and by paramilitary activity where necessary. Special Forces units are at the ready and are capable of neutralizing opposition by means of armored vehicles, heavy artillery, and carefully trained SWAT teams. However, the service can further increase its effectiveness by investigating protesters in a more timely manner before any actual evasion has taken place. Also, the Congress can help by amending the current legislation and by authorizing preemptive surveillance of randomly selected taxpayers. In the past, the service has been greatly hampered by being forced to take action after the fact, and the resultant delays have diminished the effectiveness of deterrent measures. Most especially troubling has been a spate of popular uprisings involving community solidarity with the evader under investigation. The unfortunate incident in Vacuum County is a case in point. It requires careful study of the circumstances that led up to the incident, an affair that has cost the lives of dozens of officers and has resulted in a severe monetary loss to the government. The enclosed documents are of a highly inflammatory nature and are to be distributed on a need-to-know basis only. 1 Samuel 25, verse 10. Who is David, and who is the son of Jesse? Nowadays, there are many servants who break away from their masters. Vacuum County, Part 1, Chapter 1. Sheriff Brown. From the Diary of Verity Lackland. When they told me I could make one phone call, I asked if a call to Moscow was okay. They laughed. What are you, some kind of communist? Think the Kremlin's gonna bail you out? Is that a yes or a no? I asked. It was a no. They did finally let me call down to Austin, to the dorm, but no one was there because school's out for a week. They tried to be helpful. Isn't there anyone you could call? My answer surprised me. There's no one. No one at all. In case you're wondering, I've just been released from jail. And no, I don't really feel like going into it right now. I'd much rather dwell on the fact that there was nobody to bail me out and that I'm all alone. My mother always told me that it was important to make friends. They can be very useful in times of need, she liked to say. But Mom, isn't that a mercenary attitude? Shouldn't you make friends only with people that you really like? Dad, who happened to listen in a lot, would jump in then and say that there was nothing wrong with being mercenary, and he would wink at me. But Mom wouldn't notice. You shouldn't make friends with people because you like them. You shouldn't like them because they're your friends. You learn that lesson, you'll go far. I still am not sure what she meant by that, but the fact is that with all the moving around that we did, I haven't managed to make a single real friend in my entire life. Oh, I've had friends, people to study with sometimes, or people to go shopping, but it was very superficial, and they either moved away or I did. Last semester it was Muriel Croston, but she graduated and got a job in Florida. This semester hasn't even started, and there's been a big turnaround. I don't know most of the names, let alone the phone numbers, so there's no one to bail me out. I could rot here forever. That's what I thought the first couple of days, but yesterday they told me that if no one came for me, they'd let me out anyway, which, in due course, they did. Then what? I thought. They'll get me a lawyer and I'll prove my innocence and they'll throw that pervert sheriff of theirs into jail and I can forget about the whole thing. At least, that's what ought to happen. But I saw a movie of the week once where people got picked up on the highway and they were taken to a labor camp and it involved a white slavery ring. No, I'd better not let my imagination get the better of me. I'm sure this will be fixed in no time and I can laugh it off. Things like that don't happen in real life, but one thing bothers me. A friend should be a luxury, not a necessity. You shouldn't need friends just to get through the day. I'm scared. I'm really scared.